Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
You.
There you go.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
What happened?
Oh, I asked you how are you? And you said, ah.
Oh no, because my I was trying to get my mic straight and then it dropped and I was like,
Oh.
oh no, I feel good. I
Oh,
feel
okay.
good. Today was a good day.
I'm sure. Well, you had momentum. Well, welcome to the Artandhustle Gallery Conversations. This is the after show of finding out how your classes went with momentum, the advanced courses.
Life changing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
definitely.
my God. I'm excited to take mine. I think I'm gonna take mine probably next one's like in April.
Good idea. I'm gonna do leadership in March, end of March.
Oh yeah. Well, congratulations that you decided to do leadership.
Yeah. I mean, it's completely different from what we went through in the first go around.
Really?
Completely different. There's a lot of writing.
Mm,
Um, I'm not gonna tell you what you're gonna be writing about. I'm
okay.
not gonna tell you what you're gonna be doing.
Hmm.
But you will have to tackle a lot of internal stuff that you may
A lot
not.
a lot of demons.
Yes, yes, and you definitely will have to be limiting your, how should I say, you're more direct in your verbiage,
Yeah.
so you'll definitely eliminate some trigger words that hinder you.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely advanced. It's not, and you will be reminded that this is advanced.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everybody who's taken advance says. Like this is a whole nother ball game.
Yes, that it is. Hold on one second.
Hmm.
That it is. You can't hide here.
Hmm.
You cannot hide. Your interaction is paramount.
So how many people were in this virtual?
24.
Okay. So it's more concise, it's smaller,
Correct.
and they make sure to work with every single person in the group then.
Correct. The seats are limited. So there's a specific number that they're going for because there's some things that take part in the class and
Hmm.
you need to have a certain number.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure because the first one I feel like was just like a little teaser.
I wouldn't necessarily say it was a teaser,
Hmm.
but it was more or less like, okay, more or less grooming you for what you're about to take.
Yeah. Because the
So
first one there was a lot of people who didn't have their videos on or they were in the car. So that's what I mean like as a teaser where either you participate or you don't and it's what you get out of it if you participate in it.
well, there was a lot of folks that were in advanced that were in ours that never turned their cam on.
That's what I figured.
Right. And I was like, yo, I don't remember you. I said, hold
Yeah.
on, you might have been one of them cats that like shh.
Yeah.
But a lot of them that, had their cams off were like, oh snap, once they started the advanced. It's like, oh,
Oh, so a lot of people who didn't have their cameras on were in the first one, but didn't have their they were just
no,
watching.
no. Those who were in our first group,
Yeah.
a lot of them didn't turn their cams on.
Okay.
For whatever reason. They were on their phone, But again, when we came in, it was pretty new. Nobody knew what they was getting into. What's it about?
Yeah.
But as time went on, things started to click, and
Yeah.
the folks started to share the most. We're like, damn, they got my story. Damn, I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
And they operated, behind the scenes because a lot of folks didn't only turn their cam on when they went into small groups.
Yeah.
But when they were in the large group, they didn't turn their cam on.
Mm-hmm.
So, certain folks in that group may have seen or know who, each other were. But, I connected even further with folks that were in our group that
Mm-hmm.
were in, the advanced.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them watched your channel.
Oh, they did?
Yes. It's like, hey, when they see me, I went and shared, they was like, hold up, yo, I know this guy, but the other guy's a cop. No, he's a cop. The other guy cooks.
You're
Oh,
like
he's the same
you're like
dude.
you're like that's me. That's all of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're pushing, I've been, again, as you know, pushing your channel,
Yeah.
getting folks to really get an eye on it and get an understanding. Um, But yeah, it's off the chain.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to take it because I want to delve deep into all of it. It's going to be probably a whole nother level of kind of the work I've been doing and the transformative stuff that I've been working on in my own little space here. So I'm sure that is going to really help me elevate to a next level.
You'll find yourself stepping out of your shell.
Yes.
Like I found out I had a shell that I didn't know.
Really?
Yes. And you when you're in the middle of it, you don't know what you have. Like
Yeah.
I was told that I had this hard shell, and at halfway through it, it's like, yeah, I see some cracks in it. I'm like, what?
Oh, they said that.
Yeah. Like
Hmm.
yes, I'm a very analytical person. I'm a
Yeah.
numbers guy.
Yeah.
And pretty much was like, you might want to start, putting a little heart in it, you know,
A little what? Heart?
a little heart, a little, compassion, a little passion into it. So
Yeah.
folks don't feel like they're their number. You
Yeah. Yeah.
you that you can empathize, but instead of saying the empathetic words, letting your emotions, not even emotions, let your actions in your emotions, give them comfort.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Because I feel like, yeah, empathy and compassion goes a lot more than just numbers, just analyzing, just like the surface level of things. People love to connect to people knowing where they hear your story and they're like, oh, wow, he's human too. And he's gone through some things. And these are the struggles that I went through. And you can relate to me.
right. Considering the fact that the things that I've seen and
Mhm.
dealt with, um, it's kind of easy for me to be in a shell to protect
Well,
myself from
probably it probably made you hard at a point because you've probably seen a lot of shit.
Yes, I have.
You've probably seen a lot of gruesome stuff, a lot of hard stuff, a lot of deaths, a lot all of that stuff. For you to be able, it's like war. So for you to be able to get through all of that, you have to build up this wall to not let it affect you. Otherwise, if you actually became that super soft person, you wouldn't be able to do your job and be able to just look at it. This is what I need to do. This is what I have to handle and get through all of it.
What Advance did for me is pretty much say that, hey, you need to put this impenetrable curtain up,
Hmm.
shield you from all this, but
Yeah.
you still have to be able to pull it back,
Yeah.
allow folks to see the real you, when they need to see the real you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you'll go crazy, being and emotionally vested in every single thing that I deal with on a daily basis on my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I have to. You can't. I'll be doing a disservice to the family if I and so emotionally vested that I want it more than they do.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more emotionally vested in doing a good job and making sure the family gets what they need.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it instead of compartmentalizing everything, which is what I'm pretty good at doing,
Yeah.
is I can't say that it's always served me well,
Yeah.
but it's been my crutch. But it teaches me how to not compartmentalize everything that comes before me. So I
Yeah.
really appreciated that. And you know, I was allowed to show my sensitive side a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And those who know me, those in my circle will get a lot more of that,
Hmm.
opposed to, random strangers. But I
Yeah.
will be the best version of myself. I'm not going to be disingenuous. I'm not going to be fake dealing with folks,
Yeah.
you know. But if I don't know you, I'm not going to allow myself to be extremely vulnerable to you.
Hmm.
But you will get some vulnerability where I'll be able to share and I'll be open with
Yeah.
you. I'll
Hmm.
be honest. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
and that's the thing. You'll learn. You'll
I'm
see.
sure. I'm sure. I mean, like it's like with Brene Brown and how she talks about like being vulnerable and having the courage, and that is how you tap into like underneath all of it.
So you're definitely gonna find yourself doing some things that would probably wouldn't even on your radar, and you're
Mm.
like, what? What? Because I'll give you an example. So you remember the last time we spoke, you was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do this class because you had an event Saturday,
Yeah.
right? I had an event Saturday. I
Mm.
had things that I had a full day of stuff,
Yeah.
right? But I knew one of the events I had would not interfere at all.
Yeah.
So I wasn't particularly worried about that. It
Hmm.
was the after event.
Hmm.
After Friday, with Thursday, after Friday, I was like, hold on, I gotta make some phone calls because I can't be at this event. There's no way I can be at this event and be a full participant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I went ahead and gave away my ticket, and it was like, yo, you handle it. I have to do this,
Yeah.
and it was like, I didn't want to start this over. Truth be told, I didn't want to do this on a later date because
Mm-hmm.
I was already invested in so far
Mm-hmm.
and understood the concept of what was being presented to us.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy. Well, it was easy to get out of it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was hard to, things just worked out. You know what I'm saying? Called my best friend. I called, some of my coworkers just to see what's up. And my best friend stepped up, was like, yo, what you gonna do with your ticket? Like, you want it? You got somebody who wants it? Here. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Then I called my coworkers and like, hey, I'm good for the first one, but after that, yo, I'm done. You can't contact me. I will not be available.
Yep.
I already got somebody to cover me, so we good. So out of 3 events, one of them I was able to make. The other 2 I scrapped.
Mm-hmm.
It was that important to me. And Saturday, truth be told, boy, I tell you, Saturday is gonna.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I felt like. I felt like I didn't want to miss any part of it, and I knew Saturday I had my friend's 50th birthday party, so I was like, I can't miss her 50th, so I don't want to miss anything. And I feel like this kind of advance, you would want to be part of it, full force, completely 100%. So I was like, I don't want to not be 100% there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But tell you, those right. You do a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Do a lot of talking. Do a lot of writing. You do a
Yeah.
whole lot of writing. A
Yeah.
lot of writing.
Mm-hmm.
And it. Sometimes you do. You'll go to a workshop. You do some things, and then after the workshop, you know, 2, 3 weeks later, you go right back to what you started before.
Yeah.
Well, after you do advance, you have another opportunity to, what I'm saying? And then once you finish that opportunity, you have a chance to go back and do the whole thing, in another aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking in riddles and being very cryptic, but
Mm-hmm.
it's needed to be.
Yeah.
But it reminds me with a lot of the training classes that I've gone through,
Mm-hmm.
where you walk in the door and you're like, yeah, this class is whatever. I'm just here to get the credit.
Yeah.
And then halfway in, you're like, okay, I can apply that. I can use that. And as you go on and you're being taught to how to utilize these tools into your everyday life to make your life a lot better,
Mm-hmm.
then you're like, okay. Because we're so skeptical and resistant to everything in the world because, whether it's through past trauma, being taken advantage of, being scammed, a lot of times folks are unwilling to change their mindset and not understanding that their current mindset isn't serving them well,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not achieving the goals and the dreams that they set forth.
Yeah.
Well, this will do it.
And I know that you've gone through a lot of different courses and classes, and you have a lot of background. So for you to talk highly of this momentum class, probably it has a lot of weight on it.
It does, and it's like, look, if you're gonna spend your money, get your money's worth.
Yeah.
And they don't shortchange you.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely get your money's worth.
So you would highly recommend everybody take a momentum course?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Have an open mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a lot of times, first off, and here's the thing. First momentum class, the first workshop, the beginning, you're pretty much being you may not even know that you have shit going on that you recognize. It might be in your blind spot. You may not even recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
First one says, hey, there's something there that you need to address.
Mm-hmm.
And when we did the first one, there were some things that we did that have you like, damn, that's hard.
Yeah.
I didn't think this would be that hard.
Yeah.
And then you go to advanced, and advanced take you to a whole different level. And you're like, okay, I need to start I need to start really doing some things because this stuff I'm holding on is not serving me well. I'm saying? Whether you have a bad relationship with your siblings, your parents, your best friend, wherever it is, you're not always going to reconcile all relationships, but you have to get that off of your heart. You know what I'm saying? You know that you did your part. Like, look, I reached out, and whether or not they wanted to hear from me, I left a message, I sent them a letter, I did something to show that, listen, what we went through is trivial. Life is short. We need to start embracing life, embracing each other, embracing the relationships that we have formed.
Yeah.
Because what we don't want to do is, as we get older, we're by ourselves.
Yeah.
Our pride keeps us from reaching out to folks that we truly loved at one time, and because of one point of another deceit, we lost contact. Fix those relationships.
Before it's too late.
Well before it's too late, because you don't want to have one of them shoulda, coulda lives.
Yeah.
I should have. Oh, I wish. Because folks are leaving this earth at an enormous rate.
Yeah.
And things that should have been said are being left unsaid. And you have to start valuing time, and you need to start valuing your own time, which makes the best of the time that you have in front of you.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about writing a book. Okay, well, you know what? I'm starting to brainstorm. Things are starting to come together in reference to how I want the layout to be, the chapters, and what I would talk about in each. So that, remember, momentum first part took me this, hey, you need to do this.
Yeah.
Second part told me, pretty much got me an idea of how I want to lay it out.
Yeah.
Third part is going to get me to writing and starting to put the stuff together and getting it, published, and then distributed. So it's working. Like even our business relationship, what I'm saying? I made it known that you are part of my creation team. And, once everything's done, I'll be happily, plastering all over the place with your name on them as a creator.
Yeah.
And start pumping that out. Utilizing your resources.
Exactly.
What I'm saying? Because I'm proud to say that you're a part of my network.
Exactly. I'm so happy, like the people I've met, you and all the other people as part of the Momentum team. There's a camaraderie and there's a teamwork and there's like a support system there. I feel like was just beautiful to see and feel. Like as soon as I started telling about my stuff, people were like, well, how can we help you? Let's get you to your goal. Let's do this.
Well, multiply that by 30 in advance. Yeah. Because there were several moments in it that you be like, damn, that's what's up. It's a lot easier for folks to say I support you verbally. Yeah. But when they don't ask you, they just tell you, hey, this is what I'm gonna do for you. Yeah. Hey, I got you. Oh, you're interested in that? I got you. Here's my information. Once this is over, we'll link up and I'll put you in place with the right people. Yeah. You're making lifelong friends. Everybody has that. And the thing is, this is where relationships get messed up, right? Everybody sings Drake, no new friends. Well, you'll never grow if you keep your same old friends. You should be able to move in create different circles, which is your network. And it's like a spider web. All right, I got a network over here. Yep. Circle over here. I got a circle over here. And right in the middle is me. And there's a link all through the network. Okay. This person needs something. Okay, well, I got somebody in my circle over here that's good at that. Let me link you up. Boom, boom. And it's like the old operators back in the day, clipping, putting the plugs in.
Yeah, like that's what I love doing with Artandhustle. Like I've always been like a center of like, okay, I met you and you need something. Oh, I might know somebody that might be able to help you. So let me link you up with whoever. But that's just how I am normally. So like, I just don't understand how people don't operate that way.
Well, because a lot of times folks want something out of it. It's that, what's in it for me? Well, I'm gonna link you up with this person. So what's in it for me? Yeah. With me linking up folks, what's in it for me is that it broadens my network, and it makes me feel good for you to accomplish your goals. Yeah. And I don't care if you become more successful than me, I had a hand in it. And I will continue to support you as you continue to grow. Yeah. I'm saying, you don't forget the folks that lifted you up to get you where you are, because they're still there to lift you up. That's your support. That's your base. So, even because I know once I start doing my stuff and my stuff start getting out there, that would be reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't expect everybody to, but those who need the service will come for the service.
Yeah. I love it. Amazing.
Nice.
I love it. I love it. I can't wait. Anything else you want to let us know about it? Anything else that like stood out of like something that you were able to get over, let go?
I was able to let go of a lot of stuff and have a different mindset on a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Don't wish to speak on it because I can't speak on it.
Okay.
But there's some things that I have clarity on moving forward. So especially business wise, like I have a meeting tomorrow. I'm getting out of my routine, so I have a business meeting, business dinner tomorrow.
Yeah.
That should also, boost my stuff up. So there's some things. There's some
things lined up.
Those might be all lined up, but yeah, I have some stuff on the stove right now that's cooking. You know what I mean?
I'm excited. I'm excited. 2023.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. 2023. 2023 is the year for a lot of things.
Yes.
I
love it.
But I will tell you, Vance, there's really no holds barred. All topics will be communicated.
Addressed.
Yes.
Worked on.
I won't even say addressed. I just say communicated. It'll be addressed, but it has to be communicated first before you can address.
I'm assuming that you have to communicate it and call those people.
You do that too, but I will say this. You remember when the first one, we just had the same folks that always shared?
Yeah.
Everybody share.
Yeah.
And if I would say anything, I can't speak on the in-person because I've never done the in-person.
Yeah, well, I want to talk to Tam. I just texted her now. She just called me too. I was like, oh my God, let's talk really quick on a Zoom because she did the in-person.
Yeah, but I did the virtual, and the virtual and it's quite amazing. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you like this. And as much as for somebody who don't like online dating and all that shit, don't have a profile, it gives folks a level of comfort because they're under the protection of their own home. There's a computer screen. There's a difference between getting on a computer, on a camera, and sharing, than standing in a room with a microphone and a bunch of folks that you really don't know.
Yeah.
So it's different and it's harder. And
which one's harder?
Oh, in person is harder.
Oh, harder. Okay.
It's way harder because you are there in the emotion. The only difference is you get a virtual hug when you're going through it.
Yeah.
Here you have your community in that room, which you do be able to give you a physical hug to let you know that it's okay. Let it out. We're here with you. Not by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Which I think will create a truer bond.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everybody's in that same room.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of us were in different states.
It'd be cool if I could get her on, because then you had the virtual and she had the in person. Maybe I can get her on. How much time do you have?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? All right. Let me. Are you okay with that? If I can see if she can get on?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And you come on now. I have. Because that'd be cool. That'd be cool to hear her side of it.
Yeah, I would definitely like to know.
Yeah. And I've been doing the weeklies with her because she had a very traumatic childhood like mine. And I've been helping her doing like a podcast therapy weekly where I was like, listen, if you want to, I would love for you to join me on these like weeklies, because if it's helped me to be able to voice my story and to come out of my shell, I want to gift that to you, because I feel like the podcast has really helped me to be able to see myself and be accountable and to just release those things that I've been holding on to. So she's been, this is week 9 that we've been doing it. So for her it's going to be huge, I feel like, because she did it in person. Because
here's the thing, like even here, everyone has a lot of anxiety speaking in public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do that for a living. I'm on stage talking to 250, 150, 350 folks, and I have to connect with them.
Yeah.
I got to be able to make them laugh, because a lot of times when you talk about a subject that's triggering for some folks, you have to present it in a way to where you're not preaching.
Yeah.
Or you're boring, and
Mhm.
you're not, you got the monotone, and you have to be able to connect individually with every single person in your audience.
Mhm.
And being on cam, being on a podcast, being able to articulate, my thoughts and my opinions is very necessary for me to be able to, talk about the subject matter that I'm teaching.
Yeah.
So, or presenting, so it's different,
Mhm.
because my thing is, I need you to learn.
Mhm.
I'm here to teach you, and I will present things in a way through, analogies that it'll click for you.
Mhm.
And not only will it click every time you're in that situation, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
This is how I should, I'm saying, this might be able to work for me. This, but I enjoyed it. But I'm really, anxious to find out how, in person was.
Yeah, I know. She hasn't replied yet, so we'll see. But because I told her originally I'll be done in a half an hour with you and to do one with her.
That'll work.
Mhm.
Look at that. I have a hero for a mom.
I know my daughter gave me that.
That's what's up. But it was crazy because, like, I took the day off because I was drained yesterday, and when I went to sleep, I went to sleep. Like,
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
done. I was tired this morning, got juvenized, came home, had a therapy session, went bowling because I got a new bowling ball, so I went bowling just to get used to it. Came
Mhm.
back, made dinner, made sure, because I couldn't cook for my daughter yesterday because I was here, so I'm gonna cook for her tonight. Make her some salmon.
Yeah.
Well, she got salmon, garlic, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. So that's
Nice.
gonna be her dinner tonight. So
Mhm.
yeah, she's gonna eat.
Yeah, that's
She's
awesome.
gonna eat.
Yeah, because after these, they're very like, all consuming. And so
Mm-hmm.
you are just going to be knocked out, exhausted, and out sleeping.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm going through my own stuff and I'm not even taking advance and I'm exhausted. I'm going through my own inner crap that I'm just freaking exhausted.
It will. Well, I will tell you, advanced may be able to help you with that situation as well.
I know. That's why I'm like, I was sad that I couldn't take it this weekend, but I'm gonna take the next one. I'm gonna email them and definitely take it because I just want to get to the place where I'm sitting in it
Mm-hmm.
more comfortably and just let the shit go. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm like I know all the things I need to do. I just fully sit in it and get over it.
True. True. Because I tell you what it is. Sometimes you think you're missing something.
Mhm.
Damn, I'm locked up in my house. Nah, I was
Mhm.
good. I was good. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
My throat dry or whatnot.
Do you need a water drink?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get me water.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
How you feeling?
I'm tired. I don't know if it's her cold or allergies, but like my throat is like really itchy.
Right.
So it was bothering me all last night, and my son wasn't feeling well last night either. So we kind of both thought that she got us sick. She fainted at the mall on Friday, either Friday or Saturday. I forgot what day. No, either Thursday or Friday. But she fainted at the mall twice. Like she was standing online and all of a sudden she just fainted. She was originally sick, I think, on Sunday, Monday, and she was really wanting to go to her friend's birthday party on Thursday. I was like, okay, well, if you feel better by Thursday, you can go. And obviously she wasn't 100% because she fainted. So either I feel like she's probably a little anemic, you know?
Right.
So, and then she probably was dehydrated. So she fainted, got up, and then fainted over, I think, the counter cash register. But she doesn't remember getting up and then fainting again.
That's, I'm not a doctor, so I can't even diagnose that. I don't know. I'm lost.
Yeah. The ambulance came, the ambulance checked her. All her numbers and everything was fine. So I think it's probably, hydration and anemic.
Right.
So she's looking better. She says she's ready to go to school tomorrow. She didn't go to school today, so she says she's ready tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's a little stressful.
Yeah, I know. I know. Life of a parent.
Yeah. So Tim has not replied to me, so I don't know.
Right. It was an experience. I was like, yo, I know. I said, I know they're gonna like this. I know she's gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure, because that's all I've been doing is trying to work on my shit. That's all I've been doing since 2020. But even before that, I feel like I've been delving into just me,
Right.
figure everything out,
Same here, but I'm in a way better place. I was in a good place after momentum. I'm in a better place now.
Yeah.
And I think what I realized, I will tell you this, what I realized is that I still engulf myself in work.
Yeah.
I have my hobbies, I have my, the things I enjoy doing. But they teach abundance. So
to be grateful, to be more present. And
Mhm.
then there'll be a different energy about you when you're more present as opposed to seeking, I guess, being attached to work too much, because if you're so attached to work, that's still an external source.
Correct.
So when you're living in your own truth and your own happiness and helping other people, that's like the most like fulfilling, probably.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love helping people. I love supporting people. So that is my thing. So, it is, I wouldn't say it is what it is, but I enjoy, that's a part of me, saying, watching people succeed, watching myself succeed, and being able to sit back and receive, what I deserve.
Yeah.
So, I earned this, boom. All right. Instead of saying, trying to be humble, forget about humility. Look, hey, I'm gonna enjoy this. Thank you for the accolades. I appreciate it. And I went from not looking for accolades, which I still don't, but appreciating it when it do come.
Yeah.
Not looking for it, just doing what I do, being me. And if it's something that warrants it, it'll come and I'll accept it and I'll enjoy it and I'll bathe in it. But if it don't, continue to do it, because I'm not doing it for the accolades. I'm not doing it for the acknowledgement. I'm doing it because it's in me to do.
Now, is that something more that you learned after momentum?
Yep.
Like after the advance?
After the advance. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's a huge thing to get to.
It is.
That's a huge thing to get to. And that was something I got when I finally decided to do art for myself. Because like when you're doing art, like you're kind of putting your soul out there, and like, yeah, you want to sell it, you want to do this and you want to do that. But when I finally got to the point where, I was doing art for myself, I was doing it for mourning, I was doing it for my process and internalizing my mother's death, I still got to a point where I was like, I'm doing this for me and I'm going to put it out there, but it's okay if nobody likes it. And it's okay if people love it, if people resonate it and they can relate to it, that's awesome. But I'm doing it for me. So the fact that I finally got to a place where I was like, it's for me and it's okay. If someone loves it, doesn't like it, it's all right. It's for me, and I'm accepting whatever comes afterwards.
And I think for me, a lot of my personality is having purpose. Like, when you live in your purpose, but then you don't feel appreciated by the work that you're doing.
Mhm.
And for 5 years, I didn't feel like I was being appreciated at the job.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God. I
For
done
5 years, like for the 5 recent years?
well, nah, not this past year. This past year was awesome.
Okay.
5 prior years, right?
Okay.
I
So the
didn't feel
5 prior years, what department were you working in?
I was
Still?
no, I wasn't at the DA's office. I was at another part of the court system.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, I watched everybody who came after me, who did less than me, get recognized. And I let that bother opposed to like, well, this is my work ethic. This is my work product.
Yeah.
This is what I do. But you're constantly letting me know that ain't enough. Then I realized it wasn't even about me. It was
Mhm.
just the way they felt they wanted to do things. So,
Okay.
what I did was, I appreciated the opportunity and I went somewhere else.
Mhm.
And when I went somewhere else, felt appreciated. I felt purpose.
Mhm.
I wasn't looking for accolades, because the stuff I was doing, everybody else was doing.
Okay.
It wasn't like I'm always coming to you
Mhm.
and I'm constantly asking you to do things, and you're already juggling a whole bunch of other tasks that I've already put on you. And I felt like at the time I felt like a do boy. Everything of high importance, of urgency and top secret, whatever it was, I was handling.
Mhm.
But yet I was never recognized for any of the stuff that I've done.
Mhm.
I come to where I'm at now, and the little things I've done is recognized. And I'm like, well, man, you recognize me for this?
Yeah.
Yo, because we appreciate what you've done in your contribution.
Wow. So
Yeah.
what department were you at before?
Rather not say.
Okay. Okay. I'll just look at your bio. No,
Mm.
I'll figure it out.
Yep. Rather not.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess that's the same thing with life, right? And relationships too, because I think a lot of us put a lot of energy into relationships or work that we want those feedback and those accolades, and we want it to work because we think it's supposed to work, but then like maybe we're in the wrong place, or
Right.
maybe we're in the wrong relationship.
Like, if as a business owner, as a small business owner, if I
Mhm.
have employees, right, and I recognize one employee over another, I should be able to articulate why this employee received this and you didn't,
Mhm.
right? You should be able to make sense. You're supposed to do evaluations of your employees anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I watched, it was just so crazy the things that were coming down. I was like, okay, maybe, what? I've gotten way too comfortable here. It's time for me to go,
Yeah.
because now I'm starting to expect things. I'm feeling one of my, like, I hate entitlement.
Mhm.
It's just a bane of my existence. I don't care how much work. I just don't think folks are entitled to anything.
Yeah.
It's earned. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And I felt these are things that I earned, and
And you didn't get.
I didn't get. So instead of being salty about it, change the situation.
Mhm.
Solutions over problems. This was my solution. Okay, I am not happy where I'm at. I don't feel like I'm being appreciated where I'm at. I'm not being treated with respect. I'm
Time
going ahead
to
and
go.
leave.
Yeah.
I appreciate, because the knowledge that I gained because you gave me an opportunity. I have no hate, no animosity towards you,
Mhm.
which just seemed to be my thing, not having any hate and animosity to anybody, because I'm not holding on to that negative energy, which is going to bring me down. It's
Mhm.
not going to serve me, and it's not going to serve them. So
Mhm.
why even have it? Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to waste my time and my life worrying about, things that I have no control over.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, I'm the common denominator. If I allow it to happen to myself, it's because I allowed it to happen. It's not anybody else's fault but
Yeah.
mine for allowing it to happen.
Mhm.
So, I just took myself out of that situation, got
Mhm.
myself in the best situation. But what's funny is how the universe works,
Mhm.
you know, and dominoes started falling. And I was like, Because it reminded me when I was at the police department, I was a detective. I had to make a choice. And when I was in this job, I had to make a choice. I had options. And through work ethic and knowledge, you always want to put yourself in the best position by creating options, business options.
Yeah.
You got to have what you really want, what you're comfortable with, and what you would take.
A, B, and C.
Right. And they all have to be better than your current situation. And it doesn't always have to be financially better atmosphere, better culture. And when you work in a company that has a great culture, it's designed to bring the best out of you.
Yeah.
I believe as a supervisor, your job is to make me look good. My job is to put you in the best position to make me look good.
Yeah.
So I supervise. I give you like pitfalls. I tell you the best operation doing that worked for me. It may not work for you, but hey, reassurance when you mess up, give you that shit sandwich. Like, hey, I really appreciate you doing this, and this. But I'm gonna need you to focus on this because you're lacking here and it's affecting this, and this. But if you continue to work hard and continue to, your work ethic, I'm sure this won't even be an issue. It's just a blip on the radar. So just let you know, we're paying attention, continue to good work, but just fix this up. Yeah. You walk out of there feeling like, damn, okay, I got to get my shit together. Opposed to feeling like, oh, they dogging me, they getting on me. My job is to give you the tools so you can make me look good.
Yeah, at least you're breaking it down to the pros and the cons and what you need to work on.
Correct. Because when I look good, the unit when you look good, I look good. When I look good, my supervisor look good. My supervisor look good, the entire department, the whole unit looks good.
Yeah.
I'm saying because we have laid a blueprint down of operation of success. And when you have that, people respect you. I don't need you to fear me. I don't need you to like me, but respect me. Because I'm gonna respect you and your work product. And I come to work every day to make sure that I can help whoever help because I ask for help all the time. I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
And I don't, act like I do. And I learned that, in advance that look, you don't have all the answers. Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that. We even had a conversation about independence, but we'll leave it there. But we had this conversation before.
I know.
And it's like for some folks that would see this and be like, damn, how come he can't say anything?
Because you can't.
Right.
You got to take the momentum class yourself.
And then you want to know?
And experience it yourself. And yes, I took the first one. I highly recommend it. You took the advance and you highly recommend it. And
now I'm about to do leadership.
So what is the next steps for you in leadership? When are you going to take it?
When? I'm taking it at the end of March.
End of March. Okay.
Yep. And I probably, truth be told, after leadership, I may try to do some mentoring and some coaching. So I might go in there and go do the mentoring coaching classes. Because if you're going to consult,
you need that. Yeah. I mean, this is perfectly aligned to the next course of your life is to consult and start your own business.
Right. And, started the LLC, started consulting. You're helping me with my logo.
Yep.
But everything that I've done in Momentum is geared directly with my consulting business.
Yeah.
And in order for you to be a business person, you have to have the tools to apply because you're going to be inundated with a lot of stuff. Your personal life, your business life, and you have to be able to navigate through it all to make sure that not even compartmentalize them, make sure that each one works in harmony, not as a scale, but as a part of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because it is still you involved.
Yeah.
And how you deal with people at work is no different from how you deal with people out in the world.
Yeah.
And you need to be genuine with who you are as a person.
Yeah. And I think before when you compartmentalize, I can't even say compartmentalized it. It was probably completely closed off where you didn't want to think about those things at work because you didn't want that to affect your, personal life, right?
Correct. So I always had this mentality that I'm gonna leave it at the door.
Yeah, but you can't.
Nope.
You can't.
Nope. You can't. You really can't.
You can't. It's like, it's also like you're carrying around like post-traumatic stress syndrome. You're carrying around like anxiety from it, and all of it affects it unless you address it and figure it out.
Right. Because you don't want to sit down in your office, sitting at your desk, and you can't focus because your mind is elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like I took the day off because I knew my mind would be elsewhere.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able
exactly.
to focus,
Mhm.
because that this weekend it was a lot this weekend.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't text you or Tam either. I was like, I don't know if I want to bother them yet. I feel like if they want to talk, they know I want to talk to them, but I didn't want to hound you yet because I'm like, they probably need like a day to process, you know? So I was like, I'll let them contact me if they're ready to talk about it.
And what I do, I
Yeah.
hit you up. It's like,
Yeah.
yo,
I know you are ready to talk about it because I feel like you're always ready to talk about it.
I like to share good experiences. Well,
Yeah.
good and bad. I'm not going to share a bad experience without having a positive outlook on it.
Mhm.
But this right here was transformative.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you said you bought leadership, I knew it was good for you.
Yes.
So that was already like you bought leadership. So I know it went well and you're on to the next step.
Part of personal growth
It is. It
and
is.
being cognizant of where you want. Everybody talks about what they want to be. And you can, unfortunately, I'm not one of the folks that just, sit in the corner and believe in manifestation. Manifestation without work is, I need to put myself in position for what my dreams are to manifest. I have
Exactly.
to prepare myself. I have to put the work in, and I have to take the steps to make sure that what I want out of my life manifests.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to do that by not putting in the work, not gearing myself, not getting the knowledge to be able to handle what I'm asking for.
Yeah, you can't be all talk and no action.
Correct.
You know, you got to take the necessary actions. A lot of people like to do a lot of talking when you're like, well, what are you doing to like get those actions in place, and what kind of things are you trying to implement in your life and your daily routines, or even out there practicing what you're preaching?
See, one thing I've learned is that over my youth, my years from my youth, you got to appreciate what you're asking for.
Hmm.
Like, I didn't appreciate my first car, but I appreciated the car I actually spent money on to buy.
Hmm.
You know, when my father gave me his car, I didn't care. I just, whatever, rode it into the ground.
Yeah.
But when I bought my own car, this is my money.
Yeah.
I was vested in it because I worked hard to get it.
Hmm.
So nah, no eating my car, no this in my car, this. That's
Yeah.
how it should be in your life.
Yeah.
When you start your business, you have to put, this is something you work hard to get. You're working hard, and so you have pride in it when it succeeds,
Hmm.
and you have pride in it when it fails. It bothers you. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Because you're invested. You're investing your time, your finances, your resources, everything to make sure to make this work.
Yep.
Right. But when it's given to you and you don't appreciate it, you treat it like trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not grateful.
Not at all. And that statement right there touches in so much different things. When it comes easy, when you don't have to work at it, you don't appreciate it, and you start doing things to destroy it.
Hmm.
It goes with friendships, it goes with relationships. Romantic relationships, same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have to work in it, everything is being given to you, you don't appreciate it, and boom, you
And
destroy it.
you're gonna self-sabotage it.
There you go.
Hmm.
We all got friends, but what makes us friends is the fact that I continue to work on that relationship. I
Yeah,
just don't
you have
take
to work at friendships. You gotta
it.
make calls, you gotta send texts, you gotta reciprocate, you gotta check up on your friends. Like a lot of friends who the strongest one probably need more help than the other ones too. The ones who are like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm all right.
Yeah, but you got to be able to know when they're lying.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like, oh, I didn't know I missed the signs. Like, yeah, of course you missed the sign. You wasn't vested.
Hmm.
I got friends. I have one of my frat brothers. Like, we'll probably speak 6 times a year.
Hmm.
But when we get together, it's like we was just together yesterday.
Yeah.
Or we just spent the last 3 months together. You just
Hmm.
can't tell. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to do because he has his own family. We went to college together. We've been friends since '94.
Hmm.
Then I have my boys that I went to high school with.
Hmm.
That's over 30 years of, friendship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Hmm.
have different circles, and I don't, and now I have a new circle of friends.
Yeah.
you know, and then I have my circle of friends down here.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that goes to show what kind of person you are, that you make sure to nurture those friendships. You know,
and I'll nurture my
and that
business
and
relationship.
that's a tip for, someone who's actually dating or looking for business partners, to see, also to see like what kind of person you are, and like, do you have good friendships? Do you have good business partners and relationships with those people? Do you nurture those things?
Hey, do people want to be around you? Are they inviting you to stuff? You
Yes.
have to pay attention to that stuff.
Yes. You
Man.
really have to pay attention to those things, because like, I mean, it really shows your character,
Like if you,
you know?
you don't want to be that person that only makes a phone call when you need something.
Mm-hmm.
Saying and like I'll call my friends out the blue, like, yo, what you need? Like, I'm good, man. I'm just checking on you.
Yeah.
And one thing that I like, my intimate circles or like my boys, neither one of them are afraid to say, yo, bro, I love you. Yo,
Yeah.
stay tight. You need anything, I got your back.
Yeah.
And that's not the type of emotion that shit, women don't ever see that amongst men. But when you have, like, I've been to war with all my boys,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So we don't even consider ourselves to be friends. We're all like brothers.
Yeah.
Like they could go to my mom's house and open up the fridge and grab something, to eat and drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not guests
Mm-hmm.
because
Family.
facts. Yeah, we're family.
Family.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when my grandfather passed,
Mm-hmm.
my boys were so pissed with me that I didn't even tell them about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was up in the city for his funeral or his memorial, and I didn't tell him. And they was like, yo, bro, we wanted to be there for you. And
Mm-hmm.
you didn't give us that opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, my bad. My head was like, man, that's no excuse, yo. We've been down, we was for each other
Yeah.
since we was, 13 years old.
Yeah.
No excuse.
Yeah.
I was like, you got it. I had to eat it.
Yeah.
I had to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times, you start making decisions for your friends. Man, they ain't not gonna be interested, but you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know, like, because I never wanted to be that dude that starts calling everybody like, hey, this family member died. Hey, this family, I didn't want to be that person,
Yeah.
Till they told me, bro, you better be that person.
Okay.
So
Well,
I know,
that's good that they let you know.
yeah, you know, but that shows me that I'm not alone. That shows me I have a good nucleus of folks that
Yes.
care about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's super important. And what I'm realizing these days also is, like, through the podcast, like, connections
Mm-hmm.
with everybody is super important. Because at the end of the day, it's about our connections.
I used to, when I had that TV show Intervention,
Mm-hmm.
I used to laugh at that show. Like, man, this is a piece of two. I got a call with my boys and we had to do an intervention.
Mm-hmm.
I
With
said,
somebody else or you?
somebody else.
Okay.
Uh,
I know it's not you.
I'm not saying it could never be me, but shit, anything can happen. But I doubt it now that I've run through momentum.
Yeah,
But
now you're good. Now you're like, listen,
yeah,
I'm going to conquer all of those things that I've been hiding away.
I won't say I'm good, but I'll say I'm on a track of being good because I now have the tools to be able to be good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because I enjoy the work. So
Yeah.
I don't want to be good. I just want to continue to work to be good.
Yeah.
I want good to keep moving forward because I'll keep fighting for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you
Mm-hmm.
get good, you're complacent.
Yeah.
Unless there's something behind good.
Yeah. As
Awesome.
long as you're open to continually learning.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And moving forward. We've experienced a lot, especially at my age. I've been through so much, I've seen so much. And there are stuff that I've probably forgotten. I've forgotten probably more stuff that I remember.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think the first conversation I had with you, I was like, do you have a book?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the names of those involved, what I'm saying, to
Of
take that idea.
course. Of course. Of course. But yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of stories. That's why I was like, you have to have a book and you got to have a podcast. But anyway, you're on my podcast, so you get to tell me your stories on my podcast to start it up with, right?
Yeah.
So I'm the beginning stages of your podcast.
Yes. It'll soon come.
Yep.
It'll soon come. But right now I'm enjoying being on everybody else's stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because you want to help them and analyze their stuff and help them. And then when you're ready, you'll be ready to do yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But for some folks, like, oh, you're helping everybody else out and not helping yourself. I said, actually, I'm helping me because I'm
You
gaining
are. You are.
by, you know what I'm saying?
Because you're doing your research.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I can see it all. I can see all.
You
I
know,
know what you're doing too. I got it. It's
you
good because
know,
that
like,
way you're analyzing their stuff, and then you'll know exactly how you want to put yours together. And you'll have seen everything. You've gotten all your research. You watched all the podcasting, and
like I told you,
you're gonna just jump right off of the gate when you're ready.
the best analogy I got is you're Batman, I'm Alfred.
Hmm.
I'm behind the scenes making everything happen. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? You
You're
know,
collecting all the data.
you
I love it. Do you have any last words as we wrap it up?
sure. Look, if you have any questions about momentum, reach out.
Mhm.
We'll send you the information. It's life changing, it's very transformative. And if you're ready to deal with your shit,
Yeah, you got to be
but
ready.
you know, for those who've been to some sort of resiliency training, it's similar, but it's resiliency with a battery on it. So
Yeah,
it's a little intense.
deeper.
Right, very much deeper. And it'll help you move forward instead of, you know, it gets you out your shell, get you out your cocoon, get you out your cocoon of ignorance. You know, it'll get you right.
Yeah.
It'll get you right.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining me here today and getting your
Wow.
feedback about momentum. And we'll see you next week.
Yep,
Keep
definitely.
hustling.
All right.
Bye.